Good morning. This is the world news at 7 a.m. on your premium talk radio. Today, 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt. I am Kala Dakar. About to board the headlines. Convener of Revolution Now movement Omoyele Sowore returns to detention after re-arrest by Department of State Services DSS. First Lady Aisha Buhari picks on presidency for thriving on trivial matters. River State House of Assembly intervenes in concerns raised by Ogu youths against oil multinationals. On the front scene, United Nations demands release of over 70,000 protesters reportedly arrested in Iran. Now, the news in details. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, who is counsel to the convener of Revolution Now movement, Omoyele Sowore, said his client was arrested under pretext. Falana, while speaking on the rearrest of the presidential candidate of AAC, said the DSS said Sowore was being taken to answer a few questions in their custody only for the service to detain him. He added that everything will be done within the confines of the law to secure Showere's release.
He was going to be arrested outside the premises, and there was a crowd that resisted the arrest. But I appealed to everybody, and asked she wanted to jump into my car, and so we drove to the office of the State Security Service, because they say you just answer one or two questions, but now he's already been detained. So I'm going to take steps under the law by asking for his release again. Since they are claiming this is a fresh arrest, nobody has disclosed yet. He couldn't have committed any other offense because he's been detained for the past 4 months. Unless the State Security Service would like to tell the whole world that he committed this fresh offense while in their custody.
Speaking before his rearrest, Sowore told the media that emissaries were sent to appease him while he was in detention.
And they dragged me down in front of a judge after I had been granted bail. I said it to you yesterday that these are a bunch of lawless people and that they were reluctant to respect the other court. Now they have shown it to the whole country. What is important for Nigerians to know is that I am not going to give up until every Nigerian benefits from a country that is theirs. And I've made it very clear. They tried to break me in prison. They sent delegations to me, offering all kinds of, and I refused. Nobody in Nigeria should be afraid. It is our country, and some people have to make the sacrifice for this country to be a country of rule, of law, and of dignity.
The Department of Security Service, DSS, yesterday, rearrested the convener of Revolution Now, Omoyele Sowore, barely 24 hours after his release. The reason for his rearrest is yet unknown. Sowore was released on Thursday night after the court gave Nigeria's secret police a 24-hour ultimatum to release him. Advocacy group Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has condemned the violent rearrest of Omoyele Sowore and his co-defendant Olawale Bakare by the Department of State Service DSS. SERAP also condemned the harassment and intimidation of Justice Ijeoma Ojukwu of the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. SERAP, in a statement by its Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, said the appalling invasion of the courtroom and the ill treatment of Sowore and Bakare is a blatant attack on the rule of law and the sanctity and integrity of Nigeria's justice system. The group added that an independent judiciary free from intimidation and harassment is a basic precondition to a functioning democracy under the rule of law. SERAP therefore urged the federal government to immediately and unconditionally release Sowore and Bakare and end the attack on the rule of law. Wife of the president, Aisha Buhari, has again knocked the presidency for being docile in the issues that affect Nigerians and our people. Aisha, who spoke in a telephone conversation on a live television program on TVC, said officials of government, especially those appointed by her husband, President Muhammadu Buhari, take things for granted in the midst of serious issues affecting the country. The First Lady, who said Nigeria is suffering as a result of total neglect, calls for improved security for Nigerians.
A typical example of what happens that wherever they're supposed to take action against the offenders or to take action or to take charge or to be in control or to caution people, they will keep mute on it. When it comes to unnecessary things, people will start talking for the president. A typical example of what happened after the election of Bayelsa. When the PDP people came out and said that they will, suspend His Excellency Goodluck Jonathan, the former president, I have seen no reason why a presidency should come out and say that they were shocked to hear that. Is it our business? Are we PDP members? Is President Jonathan a member of our party? What does that have to do with the presidency? Meanwhile, they said the president was dead when he was sick. They shot his coffin. They shot his everything. And then recently, all over the media that is getting married, they were showing this and that. Nobody came out to defend the president, to say anything about it.
Asked when she will stop talking, Aisha Buhari said nobody can stop her from talking.
Who will stop me? Everybody is talking in the country. Nobody is safe. No consequences. So everybody should talk. And don't forget that everybody knows that we are not safe where we are. You either be kidnapped or shot to death, or this one will attack you, that person will attack this person. It's just wrong. We suppose there should be consequences for any offense. There's no pillow in the villa. I think the people he put in the cabinet is like they should just sit up and do the needful, and that is it. That's why it's not good to have godfatherism.
First Lady Aisha Buhari is known to be outspoken, especially on issues that affects Nigerians. The Federal High Court, Abuja, will on January 2020 deliver judgment in the suit seeking Governor Yahaya Bello of Kogi's disqualification over alleged double registration as a voter. Justice Inyang Eko, who fixed the date after taking the argument of all the parties in the matter, said there was the need to give it accelerated hearing. Governor Yahaya Bello on Friday told the Federal High Court, Abuja, that he was ready to defend himself in the allegation of double registration framed against him by Natasha Akpoti, candidate of the Social Democratic Party SDP in the governorship election in Kogi State. Natasha Akpoti had filed a suit seeking the court's determination on the eligibility of Governor Bello in the last election, having allegedly involved in double registration as a voter. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has revealed that a total of 807 petitions were filed after the 2019 general elections. The commission said out of the 807 post-election petitions filed, 582 were dismissed and 183 withdrawn by petitioners. INEC disclosed these in a statement signed by its National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Festus Okoye. He explained that of the remaining 42 cases, 30 were decided for rerun and 12 ordered to give certificates of return. Okoye also announced that the electoral body fixed January 25, 2020 for the conduct of the 28 outstanding court-ordered rerun elections across in the country. The Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) has pledged to complete the 46-kilometer road linking several communities in Ukwa East local government area of Abia State to the commercial city of Aba. The NDDC acting managing director Joy Nunia, who made the promise while inspecting the Obo-Ya Oanku Aba road, stalled at Indiegoro community, assured that the project would be tackled as a matter of urgency. The NDDC Chief Executive Officer said that the Interim Management Committee of the Commission had the mandate of President Muhammadu Buhari to take development to the rural communities, especially those in the oil-producing areas. You are listening to the World News at 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. I beg your pardon, on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, Voice of the People.
95.1 FM, Voice of the People.
And we're back.
Thank you for staying tuned. This is still the World News at 7 a.m. on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. Now I will bring you the rest of the news. The Rivers State House of Assembly has intervened in the concerns raised by members of the Ogu Youth Congress against oil multinationals operating in Ogubolo local government area and Onne in Eleme local government area of Rivers State. At a hearing by the House Joint Committee on Petitions and Complaints as well as local content, the youth body accused ExxonMobil of disregard, which was defended by the official of the company, Maumi Agemo.
Developed by primary contractors and subcontractors working on behalf of Morgan Producing Nigeria Limited (MPN) and Exo Exploration Production Nigeria Limited EEPNL, upstream subsidiaries, and ExxonMobil Nigeria. Where it's actually interesting is
contract for the company. For every contract, it's not just mobile. It's about its standard company procedure. We have the registration process. So for anybody to be able to do business with, you have to register your company. So we have the contractor registration process, which we have also, I'm giving him the form, and we work with them to make sure we have indigenous contractors registered in our system so they can do business with the system. Right now, as a company-wide, scholarships are on hold. We're looking to restart that in 2020.
Speaking with a newsman after the hearing, Chairman of the Joint Committee, Evans BP, said the contents of the petitioners could not be resolved until the managing directors of the mentioned companies appear before the committee.
Those that represented the company, they are not capable, or they don't have the capacity to represent their various companies. And in our letter of invite, we ask the company we write direct to the MD to appear before us. But the MD, being too wise, send their subordinates to represent them. So we resolved that the Total and Mobile to go and convey a message to the MD to appear before us on Thursday next week. We did that to stop further agitations from the host communities, because the host communities needs the company, and the company also needs the host community. And of course, we know what happened in the past. We don't want such to happen. We don't want any company to leave this state.
Our correspondent reports that the companies mentioned in the petition are ExxonMobil, Total E and P, and Slumberger. The Federal Road Safety Corps has called on commercial and private vehicle drivers, including other road users, to ensure strict compliance of traffic rules and regulations during this year's Ember Month. The unit commander of the Corps at Ishoku headquarters of Ikore local government area, Samuel Adeko Lajo, made the call while flagging off 2019 the Ember Month Road Safety Campaign at Igruta Motor Park. He noted that if every motorist obeys traffic laws, gives maximum concentration on steering, and ensures regular maintenance of vehicles, the rate of road mishap will reduce drastically in the motoring environment.
The last quarter of the year like this is characterized with a lot of activities, human and vehicular movement, and usually it used to have its corresponding high rate of traffic crashes. So as a result of this, the Federal Road Safety Corps, in her usual manner, always have a sensitization and public education during this period. So this year, 2019, flag off of the Ember Month is tagged Road Safety is a state of mind. Road crash is an absence of mind. Drive alive, stay alive. So with this, we are at Igruta Motor Park. As you can see, all the drivers, commercial and private individuals coming together to partake in the activities of the sensitization and education.
Our correspondent reports that the event tagged Road Safety is a state of mind states that road traffic crash is an absence of mind. Drive alert. On the foreign scene, Samoan authorities have warned that anti-vaccine propaganda would not be tolerated following the arrest of a social media campaigner who opposed a mass immunization drive aimed at containing the Pacific nation's deadly measles epidemic. At least 63 people, mostly children, have died since the outbreak began in October, with the crisis blamed on so-called anti-vaxxers convincing parents that immunizations were dangerous. Communications Minister Afamasaga Rico Tupai said anti-vaxxers spreading conspiracy theories were hindering the unprecedented public health mobilization. Earlier today, the country was locked down as government and aid workers scrambled to vaccinate as many people as possible in the nation of 200,000 people. The government backed its tough rhetoric by arresting vocal anti-vaccination campaigner Edwin Tamasese and charging him with incitement against a government order. Tamasese, who has the tract to treat measles, or arranging for a fake ID in order to marry Aliyah when she was 15 years old. A court document obtained by National Broadcasting Company showed that Ari Kelly was in doubt, alleged that on the day before his wedding to Aliyah, Kelly's person was Aranbi's series of federal indictments filed against Kelly, who is accused of abusing women and girls for more than 2 decades, including kidnapping, forced labor, and sending child pornography across state lines. In sports, Brendan Rodgers has signed a new deal with Leicester to keep him at the club until 2025 after emerging as a possible contender to replace Unai Emery at Arsenal. Rodgers had emerged as a contender to replace Unai Emery in North London but has been rewarded with a new deal at the King Power Stadium, keeping him with Leicester City until 2022. To end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. Convener of Revolution Now movement, Omoyole Sowore, has been taken back to detention after his rearrest by the Department of State Services, TSS. First Lady Aisha Buhari has picked on the presidency for flourishing on tribal matters that affects the country. The Rivers State House of Assembly has intervened in the concerns raised by Ogu youths against oil multinationals in Ogubolo and Onne in Eleme local government area of the state. On the foreign scene, you heard that the United Nations has demanded for the release of over 70,000 protesters who were reportedly arrested in Iran. That was the news as edited by Victor Eziama. For comments and enquiries, please call 0815-341-8657 or 0814-434-3502. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can also read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. I am Kala Dakurubatubo. Thank you for listening and stay tuned to Today 95.1 FM. A lot of interesting programs lined up for your listening pleasure. Good morning to you.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
There is never a dull moment of this dial.
But let's get on now to what is happening here in Nigeria.
In the southwest, we have 136, south 131, southeast 30. I'm not talking about the ones that died months ago. And Mr. President is busy traveling.
The foundation in this democratic era we're experiencing today, honestly, believe me, the person soiled it is Obasanjo. At the time he was tearing his party card, I was very ashamed. He didn't notice that he was tearing himself.
How long will you keep on complaining?
We keep you informed, thrilled, and inspired.
I need to select. I like every kind of woman. But man, light skin does it for me. No, I'm not racist. That's what I'm saying. I could take anybody. You know what I'm saying?
We are your premium talk, news, and sports radio. Today, 95.1 FM. Don't touch that dial.
We've got to go. It's 11:31.
Today.
Yes, so For High International don't come again. No.
For High International is a large transitional corporation engaging in the research, production, and sales of healthcare products, highly curative, and guarantees you good result.
Even when hospital break it don't fail. For how motor they deliver.
What are you waiting for? Locate For Her at 12 Psychiatric Road, off Rumola, Port Harcourt. For Her also offers opportunity where you can make millions of naira with or without initial capital.
Now make For Her. They specially invite you for the For How Mega Business Summit and Award where they come.
Venue Oasis Event Center, 12 Psychiatric Road, off Rumola, Port Harcourt. Date Saturday, 7th December 2019.
Time na 10 o'clock for morning. Ticket na 1,000 naira only. Raffle draw to win this live.
Bags of rice, cell phones, and many other gift items. For more inquiries and ticket reservation, call
0807 183 9593. 0807 183 9593.
My correct listener, I salute you. Today for the studio, we get ogbonge person from Millennium Business Edge Company wey don rotate enter Nigeria to deliver plenty opportunity give people. Madam, welcome. Abeg, tell us about this Millennium Business Edge Company.
Thank you, my correct people. The Millennium Business Edge na non-governmental organization wey join body with Century 21 Freedom Group International. We wan help Nigerians to raise capital to start new business and people wey need money to expand their existing business. Reason this matter, e good say after person don work for 30 to 35 years, e no get anything to fall back on when you retire, I know say to collect loan from bank these days to do business no easy o. Na im make this company Millennium Business Edge come put this system wey go make you get wetin oyibo call passive income every month. This campaign starts for 2016 and we don record many success as we don help plenty Nigerians start up their small businesses. As you dey listen so, make you know say na wetin person here na take better pass im neighbor o. Oya make you call this number 0813 36 46 556 make you take reach us. Na 3 categories of people na we dey work with. The first category na people wey need less than 1 million naira to start the business. The second one na people wey need between 1 million naira to 4 million naira, and the third one na people wey need 4 million naira to 15 million naira to start their businesses. And the sweet thing be say you no go drop any collateral to collect this money. If you wan be part of this opportunity, make you send yes to this number 0813 364 6556. This business no get age limit o, whether you be man o, you be woman, you be boy or girl,